viewers, my name is Abel, a student at Vouch Initiative International, and today I'm here to continue with my community lesson.
In today's topic, we are going to talk about power supply. We're also going to talk about what the power supply means. We're also going to look at types of power supply, and we're also going to talk about function of power supply and power rating. Let's go on and look at what they are. We're going to talk about what does power supply means. A power supply is a component that supplies power to at least one currently load. Note, typically it converts one type of electronic power to another, but it may also convert a different forms of energy such as solar, mechanically, and chemical into electronic energy. That's what we are talking about, power supply. Let's go and look at more about what does power supply means. Most computer power supplies also have an input voltage switch, which can be set to 110 voltage or 15 voltage or 220 voltage to 240 voltage, depending on the geographical location. This switch position is only because of different power voltage supplied by power outlet in different countries. Most computers now use a switch mode power supply, which changes AC current to DC voltage. This voltage can be switched on and off electronically. A switch mode power supply can also shut itself down before damage is done when a short is detected. Most computer power supply include a number of switch mode supply which operate independently by producing a single voltage. These are linked together so that they shut down as a group in case of a computer fault. That's what we are talking about, power supply. Let's look at the types of power supply. And we're going to look at the ATS power supply, the ITS power supply, and the XFX power supply. So we want to talk about the ATS power supply. It's one of the most popular power supply available in the globe. And the ITS power supply, they are much smaller and more competitive than the standard ATS, usually measured by 150 by 40 and 85. And let's also look at the SFX power supply. It's a type of power supply smaller than an ATS power supply. That one is very small. So let's go on and look at the function of power supply. The desktop computer power supply converts the alternative current from a wall socket for a means electricity to a low voltage direct current to operate the motherboard, processor, peripheral device. Some direct current voltage are required and they must be regulated with some accuracy to provide stable operation for the computer. A power supply range or voltage range refers to a single voltage provided by a PSU. Some PSU can also supply a standby voltage so that most of the computer system can be powered off after preparing for vibration of shutdown and powered back on by an event. Standby power allows a computer to be started remotely via wake on LAN and wake on rings or local rings or local Veils keyboard power on. If the motherboard supports it, this standby voltage may be generated by small lines power supply inside the unit of a switch power supply. Share some components with the main unit to save cost and energy. Let's look at power rating. Power supply. The overall power drawn on a PSU is limited by the fact that all of the supply rings come through one transformer and any of its prime side circuitry, like switching components. Total power requirement for a personal computer may range from 250 watts to more than 1000 watts for a high performance computer with multiple graphical cards. Personal computer without especially high performance CPU or graphic cards usually require 300 to 500 watts. Power supply are designed around 40% greater than the calculator system power consuming. This product against system performance degrade and against power supply overload. Power supply label their total power output and label how this is determined by the electrical current limited for each of the voltage supply. Some power supply have no overload protection. This system power consumed is a sum of the power rating of all of the components of the computer system that's drawn on the power supply. Some graphics cards, especially multi-cards and large group of hard drive, can place very heavily demand on the 12 voltage line of the PSU. And for these loads, the PSU 12 voltage rating is covered. The total 12 volts rate on current required by such device so that the PS can finally serve the system when its other 12 volt system components are taken into account. The manufacturer of this computer system component, especially graphic cards, tends to overrate the power requirement to maximize support issue due to low of the power supply. Thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to Vouch Initiative International. See you in my next episode. Thank you.